There you go. Okay, sorry. Technical difficulty. This is Fireplace Friday. I'm back. I'm Jeremy with Fluesbrothers Chimney Service, and sorry, we lost connection there for a minute. That's the first time that's happened out in my own shop. It's kind of weird. But what are we doing? Well, we were showing how flammable dryer vent lint is. So that's the byproduct that ends up in that vent that goes out the side of your house. That's dryer vent lint. So I'm gonna throw a little bit more in here and we're gonna do it again. All right, so I've got it in my wood stove right now just so it's a safe place to burn. And again, we get a little spark, what have you. See, that's all it took was a little itty bitty spark, and you can see that that dryer vent lint catches on fire very quickly, burns very quickly. So yeah, look at that. It just literally takes right off. And that is the stuff that is in your dryer vent itself. Very flammable. So you want to have that removed. And any good dryer vent cleaner, a lot of chimney sweep companies offer the service. There are dedicated dryer vent cleaning services that go out and check everything out and make suggestions if something needs to be replaced or rerouted. A lot of dryer vents aren't routed properly or made out of the proper material. So you obviously want something that's proper and metal, so everything flows really well, so you don't have as much buildup of that flammable substance in there. And you definitely want to have it removed on a regular basis. Like I said earlier, here at Fluesbrothers, we have 2 dryers because we do so many drop cloths. We wash our drop cloths that we lay down in your home to keep your house clean. And so we're doing laundry every day here. And so we have 2 washers, 2 dryers, and so we have our dryer vent that comes out the side of the building, which I'll go show you that. And we clean it once a year, and we check it a couple times a year to make sure that everything's fine. Sometimes, if we notice that the dryer is drying slower, we'll excuse me, I've been working out in the morning with my son, and I am sore. Anyways, getting older. But anyways, so we check it out. If the dryers aren't drying as quickly as they should, usually that means there might be some buildup in there. So a lot of times we'll go and clean that. Let me show you where ours vents out at. So dryer vents can come out the roof of the house, or they can come out the side of the house, what have you. That's where ours comes out right there. So you can see that right there on the side. So we check it, make sure everything's good. You can check it yourself. I wouldn't recommend the cleaning part because a lot of homeowner grade brushes and rods and things, we get a lot of calls throughout the year. Someone tried to clean their own and the rod broke, the rod came apart, what have you. By the time you bought that equipment, and then if you have a problem or something like that happens, we have to go in and cut through drywall or disconnect stuff and put it back together or reroute or whatever, it ends up costing you a lot more than if you just would have had it serviced by a professional for several years. So it's a better investment to have a good quality service company do it. You want someone that is C-DET certified or certified through the Chimney Institute of America. That means they've had proper training and they know what they're doing, which is good. There's a lot of companies that will throw in a dryer vent cleaning if they're cleaning your ducts, or they act like this or that. Not really as quality of a job that you're going to get done. They're kind of just doing it to move through. So you want to use a good qualified company. But at any rate, I've got some other people that just showed up. Let's see here. Did we show everything? We did. Dryer lint is dangerous. It can block your duct. It can cause moisture. It can cause fires. So get your dryer vent serviced. Get it cleaned. Make sure everything's in good shape. And I think that's it. My son drags me to a really good workout 3 times a week at different locations. It's outside. It's called F3. It's a very good group, and I went with him. He brought me out on Christmas Day, and I hike with a few friends throughout the week, usually anywhere from 3 days a week, and between those 3 days, it's usually 10 to 15 miles, depending. and not each one, but total for the week. And I thought I was in pretty good shape. And I went and did this workout, and I was like, man, I'm not in good shape. And definitely showing the age and how much I've gotten out of shape and things. But I want to shout out to the F3 group. They tolerate my injuries and my not keeping up as well as the rest of the guys can sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I'm the last guy, sometimes I'm, 3 or 4 from the last. But I do my best, and that's all you can do. But boy, it wears you out. 5 a.m. comes around, and you jump out of bed. My son, teenager son, Dad, let's get going. I get up and we go, and then we come back. It's you never want to do it while you're going, but boy, when it's done, you feel great. You feel fulfilled for the day. Everybody should do something like that. You're probably not in as good a shape as you think you are. So anyways, that's my little story for the day. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Have your dryer serviced. Make sure you check it. On a minimum, go out there and pop the little vent open and look and see if you see a lot of dryer lint or what have you. Make sure it's flowing. On a minimum, make sure those things are happening, because we don't want a dryer vent problem. We don't want a dryer vent fire. Have a great weekend. I'm glad it's the weekend. Get a little rest, a little relaxation, have some fun with the family, and we'll see you next week for Fireplace Friday.